Good morning, precious children. Good morning, precious children. Yes, this is your English teacher Mary and Lawrence signing in. Are you all seated after the break? Today is the 11th of June 2020. The day is Thursday and this is the third period. So, I hope all of you are set, the textbook before you, and you can keep your notebook near you, and the textbook you can see on the screen which teacher is sharing now. Yes, today what teacher is planning to do is give you some more different set of questions from the lesson. The first lesson, we are winding up this lesson today. And then moving on to working with the language part in the textbook. So today teacher will just give a quick recap of the lesson, the important words, and then move on to comprehension. The comprehension check is over. Teacher will move on to working with the text questions. Those 7 questions, teacher will give you the answers, discuss the answers, then you have to write it in your notebook. You will get it on the parent app. You have to access it from the parent app. After the class, I will post it. So, now you will all listen carefully. This is a quick recap of what has been happening in the previous classes. The best Christmas present in the world. As you all know, the lesson is written by Michael Morpurgo. He, in the first part of the lesson, the background of the story is a war between England and Germany, which is happening in 1914. And it is Christmas time. And the background, let the background be there. After so many years, the story begins in part 1, after so many years after the war is over. Okay, so the writer, Michael Morpurgo, he sees a roll-top desk which he always wanted to buy, he buys it. Okay, and the roll-top desk, inside the roll-top desk, he finds something crucial to the development of the plot. What happens? He finds a letter, an old letter, which says, the letter is to be buried with the old lady who was writing it with shaky fingers. She is old. And she is now, this arouses the curiosity of the writer, this letter. And he goes to find the lady. In part 3, the lady is found. From part 1, let us jump to part 3. Let us skip the part 2, which is the flashback scene, and see now part 3. We are jumping from part 1 to part 3. The writer finds a roll-top desk. He finds the letter inside a secret drawer in the roll-top desk, and he moves on to find, the letter. And from part 1 to part 3, part 3 says, he is finding the lady where? In Burlington's house, nursing home. Burlington House, nursing home. And this lady is very old, 101 years old. Look at the picture. And there is no one to visit her. She is very old. Now you understand, her husband got killed in the war. And what happens? The letter belongs to her. And the writer came to return it. But on an impulse, when he saw her, he just called her by the name Connie, addressed her, saying, "Happy Christmas, Connie." And what happens? Look here. And what happens? He gives the Christmas gift to her because it is what she cherished all her life. The last letter written to her by her husband. And she takes it from him, but she keeps looking at him. Why does she keep looking at him? Because there is a case of mistaken identity. She thinks, this old lady whose memory is falling apart, she thinks that it is her husband who has come back from the war in 1914. She cannot locate the years. She thinks it is 1914, and she receives her husband's presence. That is a mistaken identity, but she doesn't realize it, and that becomes the mistaken identity. That becomes the Christmas present for her, because it instills in her peace, hope, and positive energy, part of Christmas, associated with Christmas. Now, we move on. Yes, before that, teacher skipped one part. I will explain that part now. That is the flashback scene. That is the letter. The letter, what is contained in the letter is a flashback scene which happened in 1914 during wartime. Yes, see the letter. We are taking now part 2. Part 2 in the reader is addressed as Dearest Connie. Dearest Connie, the husband is writing to his wife, whom he calls, lovingly he calls her Connie, and he is writing to her, I write to you in a much happier frame of mind. He got the Christmas gift on the Christmas morning at war zone. What was it? He was longing for peace, and the Germans, who were his enemies, they were fighting against the Germans. He belongs to England, and the Germans were his enemies. The German army they came with their captain, and they mingled and mixed. You know, in no man's land, there was peace, happiness, sharing, prosperity. So many things happened. A cultural exchange happened. And many dishes were exchanged. And the culture was exchanged. And information about the families were exchanged. And even the attitude of the soldiers, they spoke to each other, found out. And it was summarized like this. Even the soldiers long for peace. Both the soldiers, both the armies, the English army as well as the German army, they long for peace. So, part 2 is over with a football match taking place. Do you want to see the picture of the football match? You can see on screen. Let me zoom it for you. See the football match. Who is playing this football match? This football match is played by the English soldiers and the German soldiers. And then one of the soldiers, the captain of the German army, Hans Wolf, suggests an idea. Why don't we settle, issues and conflicts between countries using, having a football match? Oh, well, that's a good idea. Supported by the English Captain Jim McPherson, who is writing the letter. He is recording all this in the letter which he is writing to his wife. Yes, in 1914. But then, after some time, in the war, he gets killed. He doesn't get back to his wife. But only the letter which he wrote reaches his wife. So, it's a sad, sad thing. But, soldiers are wondering, let a football match settle the issues between countries, not a war. War means bloodshed, pain, misery, and people are and children getting orphaned, and wives are being made widows, and homes are losing, the people to protect them, and soldiers are dying on battlefield. But a football match means why can't a football match be the measurement for settling scores? And now we move on. The third part teacher explained to you, and this is happening. Look at the picture. Look at the old lady. She is very old, 101 years old, at any time waiting for her life to end. She knows she is old. She will not live long. And And see, the best Christmas present she is getting is not just the tiny black box in which the letter was sealed and with which she wanted it to be buried with her. But not only that, she has taken that mistaken identity of the visitor as her husband's presence. And that husband's presence, what she was longing for, she got it. Even though it was a mistaken identity, she gets it. Now let me just move on to children. So today we finish the lesson. The next is activity part in the textbook. I will now finish, check this, working with the text. Can you see on the screen, working with the text? These 7 questions and some questions teacher wrote for you. And tomorrow, teacher will put a test paper. You know, you can keep your book open, the test paper. You will get the questions indirect questions. You will not see the questions all printed there in the textbook or what you have written in the notebook. You have to write it from your mind after reading and understanding the lesson. You will get 2 questions. It's just the beginning. Just 2 questions, indirect questions. At the beginning of the next period, I mean the next day, that is Friday, the 3rd period is English. So teacher will give you, check it if it's English or not, but as far as I'm aware, it is the 3rd period. You have English tomorrow, and teacher will be giving you a test paper which you will write in your test paper book. You will write TP1. TP1 is test paper 1, and teacher will give you 2 indirect questions or 3, because there are 3 parts to the story, 3 indirect questions which you can keep your textbook open, notebook open, and you will write it. Yes, and I will check it also. Now, it is working with the text. Today's topic is working with the text. Let us move on to working with the text. After editing this, teacher will send it on teacher will send it on a parent app. You will get these notes. You don't have to struggle to write it now. Just be with teacher. Attend very well. See today's date, and teacher is going to tell you it is working with the text. There are 7 questions at the end of the lesson. We are discussing that. How long do you think Connie had kept Jim's letter? Give reasons for your answer. Yes, Connie must have kept Jim's letter for almost 60 years, because she is now 101 years old, 101 years old. So the war happened in 1914. So the letter was written in 1914. She has kept it for almost 60 years. This is teacher's way of answering. You can find your own answer and write. We understand this because the letter was dated 26th December 1914, and now she is 101 years old. At the time the story was written, she was 101 years old. The second question, why do you think the desk had been sold, and when? The roll-top desk is meant here. The roll-top desk must have been sold by Mrs. Macpherson when she left the place to live in Burlington House Nursing Home. See, the spelling is not correct. Teacher will edit it and send it to you. Just understand. It is the roll-top desk. It has been sold by Mrs. Macpherson when she left the place to live in Burlington House Nursing Home. Okay. So, you know what happened. A fire happened, and she did not take electricity. She could not afford it. So, she was using candles. She had shaky fingers, and the whole house caught fire. You can understand. And what happens is, she left the place to live in Burlington House Nursing Home. Next question. Why do Jim and Hans think that games and sports are good ways of resolving conflict? This is from part 2, the flashback scene. The soldiers, Jim Macpherson and Hans Wolf, they think that games and sports are good ways to resolve conflicts. Jim and Hans like the concept. Games and sports do not make children orphans. They do not make wives widows. They do not cause tears. Football match? Oh, people cheer it. A war, people cry. Okay, so just look at that. They prefer this concept because war will cause bloodshed and tears, whereas a football match will resolve conflicts in a peaceful way. Now we move on to question number 4. Total is 7 questions and we are dealing with the 4th question now. Be with teacher. Do you think that the soldiers of the two armies are like each other or different from each other? Do you find any difference in the soldiers of the armies? Actually, before finishing the question, let me jump and tell you the answer, children. No. They are human beings. Soldiers, whether they are Germans or English, they are human beings. They long for peace. You know, see this from the lesson. The writer makes us understand that. Find evidence from the story to support your answer. The soldiers from the two armies. I'm reading the answer. Look at the screen. Teacher is sharing. The soldiers from the two armies had the same attitude. They wanted peace and longed for the war to get over, to go home to meet their families. In the story on the Christmas morning, both the armies wished Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas to each other, shared food and drank and sang Christmas carols. They played a football match on war zone. This is enough proof to prove that the soldiers longed for peace. Peace is a word, peace. Now, next question is, mention the various ways in which the British and the German soldiers become friends and find things in common at Christmas. Let's read the answer now. Question number 5. The answer is, the Germans started the peace action. They wished the British soldiers Happy Christmas. Then they shared their food and drink. The German captain introduced himself to the English captain. They became great friends. The soldiers shared food and drink, played a football match. They played a football match, exchanged their culture and sang carols. In this way, they appreciated each other. Imagine on war zone, they are appreciating each other and found things in common at the season. Now, question number 6. All these questions should be in your notebook. Take your own time to write. By next week, please submit this. And 6th question. What is Connie's Christmas present? Why is it the best Christmas present in the world? Connie received the letter. Yes, she mistakes the identity of the person who brought the letter. She thinks that her husband has brought the present, and the mistaken identity is not corrected by the writer. He allows her to experience her Christmas gift. That is the presence of her husband, which is the best Christmas gift, and what she was longing for. A present. A present becomes what, it carries the importance. Or when is a present the best present? When it touches your emotions, when it is close to your heart, what you have been longing for. Here, she gets it. Connie must have kept Jim's letter for almost 60 years. We understand this because, this is the 6th, teacher is reading the 5th question. Let me check. Oh yes. 6th question. What is Connie's Christmas present? Why is it the best Christmas present in the world? Connie received the letter. She mistakes the identity. We read that question. I discussed the answer with you. Now we move on to question number 7, the last question. This is a personal question. You can write your own views. You don't have to copy what teacher has written. Do you think the title of the story is suitable for it? Well, in teacher's opinion, the title of the story is perfect. The story revolves around the mistaken identity of the writer which brings into the old lady's heart hope, peace, and joy associated with Christmas. Now we move on to the next set of questions. Elaborate. Elaborate means you have to tell who says to whom and what happens and how the situation happened. Who says to whom and the situation has to be explained. So, you know, elaborate means you have to say who says to whom, these lines, who says to whom, and the situation has to be explained. Let us move on to the first question, elaborate. The first question is, Jim's last letter received January 25th, 1915, open inverted commas and start. Jim's last letter received January 25th, 1915, to be buried with me when the time comes. Close, full stop, then close inverted commas. In inverted commas, it is given who says this to whom and explain the situation. Very important. Inside the answer, inside the roll top desk, the writer found a secret drawer where this small black tin box with a piece of paper on which it was, with a piece of paper, it was hidden inside. The writer takes it out and finds a writing in shaky handwriting. A person has written this. See this? The writer of the note is an old lady whose husband passed away in the war in 1914. This was the last letter received by her from her husband. Okay? This letter was precious to her. This letter was so precious to her and she wanted it to be buried with her when she dies. These lines inspired the writer to find the old lady. So next question from the textbook, the lines. Keep your heads down, it's a trick. Open inverted commas, keep your heads down, it's a trick, full stop. Close inverted commas, elaborate. How will you write? The captain of the English army, Captain Jim McPherson, told his men that the Germans, calling out and coming to meet the English soldiers and trying to be friendly with them, it was a trick. The Englishmen are basically doubtful people. The captain did not believe that the enemy soldiers were trying to say peace, peace with their actions on Christmas Day. Now the third one, open inverted commas. It is the next question. I think this is how we should resolve this war. Taken from part 3. Taken from part 2. Elaborate this. I think this is how we should resolve this war. Open inverted commas. You close inverted commas now. Answer is, on no man's land, the soldiers shared food, drink and their culture. They sang Christmas carols, they played a football match, and then the captain of the German army, Hans Wolf, said that Hans Wolf, the captain of the German army, says these lines, that is, a football match is one way to resolve conflicts between countries instead of war, and then there would be no bloodshed, tears or death. Football match is preferable. Yes. And next one is fourth question. Elaborate. Open inverted commas. Say Happy Christmas, Connie. Full stop and close inverted commas. Now the answer is, on an impulse, the writer who is visiting the lady, after giving the box which belonged to her, wishes her Happy Christmas, Connie. He calls her by the name which her husband calls her. And on an impulse, the writer wishes the old lady, calling her by the name her husband used to call her. There starts a case of mistaken identity which fills the old lady's mind with a good cheer of Christmas. She gets the best Christmas present, what she longed for. Okay, that is explained. Now comes the next set of questions. These are MCQs. MCQs, you know, multiple choice questions. You will be given different choices. Teacher made these simple MCQs. Select the best option questions. Okay? Start now. Ready? First question. The roll top desk was made of what material? Oak, teak, mahogany. It is, the answer is, yes, you know the answer. Oak is the answer. See, because it is the first lesson, teacher is explaining all this. Next lesson, you will have to find the answers. Now, second question. If you read the textbook and understand it thoroughly, you will be able to answer all this. Second MCQ, or select the best option question. The war mentioned in the story happened in the year. It is confusing. You have to find out in which year the war happened. Is it in 1916? No. Is it in 1913? No. The option B is correct. You have to tick option B when you write it in the notebook. It is in 1914 that the war happened. Okay. Next question. During what did the soldiers make peace? Oh no. Were they playing? No. Was it story time for the soldiers? No, no. It was war time. Very important. War time, they make peace. How contradictory it is. How, you know, how it is strange. It is such a strange thing. During wartime, peace is happening. Now, next question. The soldiers long for what? The soldiers long. Do they long for money? No. Do they long for, war? Do they have a fighting spirit and they long for war? No. They long. The last option, C, is correct. They long for peace. And how old was the lady? This one teacher is not explaining to you. Find out from the textbook. 100 years old, 101 years old, 111 years old. Find the answer and tick it when you write it in the notebook. And then comes, teacher will give you the next set of questions and you will get it in the parent app. Check for it. Okay, children? So now, teacher will tomorrow put a test paper as I have announced you. It will be, you can keep your textbook and your notebook open. Teacher will give you a time limit at the beginning of the class. Tomorrow, Friday, you will get a test paper. Indirect, 3 indirect questions from each part will be asked to check whether you understood or not. Okay, so, and then we will move on to comprehension. No, it is not comprehension check. We will move on to, tomorrow after the test, we will move on to working with the language. Working with the language. Some grammar, some, important words, some important workouts related to the lesson. It is very interesting. You will have to debate and discuss many themes and topics which come out while you are reading the lesson. It's so going to be very interesting. Now, we will conduct debates and discussions also as we progress. Next, tomorrow it will be after the test paper, it will be working with the language part.